Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Chris. I'm the founder of Vantoro Marketing. It's a cold email marketing agency. And today I want to talk about how to create a cold traffic offer that actually converts. So most businesses, they have a great service, but they have zero ability to explain it to a stranger. So I made this guide that hopefully fixes that. A cold traffic offer is not a new product or discount. It's the way you communicate what you do to someone who has never heard of you. And it's the single most important thing in any marketing campaign. Every marketing campaign, whether it be cold email, paid ads, social media, lives and dies based on that one thing, right? How clearly and compellingly can you communicate your value to someone who's not know you? That is what a cold traffic offer is. It's not a discount, it's not a promotion. It's the way you frame what you do so that a complete stranger understands it, believes it, and wants it. Warm traffic converts on trust, cold traffic converts on clarity. So your existing clients, they already trust you. They know your work, your reputation, your results, but cold traffic has none of that context. They're evaluating you in seconds based purely on how well you communicate the value of what you do. This is why most businesses that rely on referrals struggle to scale. Referrals come pre-sold. Cold traffic needs to be sold. And if you cannot sell a stranger on your service, your growth is capped by how many people already know you. If your clients only come from referrals and word of mouth, your business is not scalable. It is dependent, and it's dependent on other people talking about you. Referrals have a ceiling. You can only get as many referrals as your current client base generates. You cannot predict when they come, and that's going to lead to slow months that could be stressful because you have no lever to pull to create more business. And then so you end up taking bad fit clients just to try to fill that gap. A cold traffic offer gives you a new lever. You can reach new potential clients at any time you want. You can test, iterate, and improve your messaging based on real data, and you're no longer waiting, you're prospecting. So then growth becomes something that you control and not something that happens to you. So the formula for a cold traffic offer, it has three components, and together they give a stranger everything they need to say yes. All right, so this is the first component. The first component is who you help. And you need to be specific about who your offer is for, not small businesses or entrepreneurs. The more specific you are, the more the right person feels like you're speaking directly to them, and the more likely they are to respond. So a vague one would be we help businesses grow. Super vague, right? More specific one would be we help marketing agencies book more clients without cold calling. Or we help roofing companies find homeowners actively looking for a new roof. Those are specific. All right, so the second component is going to be a quantifiable result that the client actually wants. So this is the most important part, and this is the part that most people get wrong. So you're not telling them what you do, you have to tell them what they get, right? Do not describe your service, describe the outcome of your service, right? If you were to say, we run cold email campaigns, that is what you do. That is not what they get. All right. If you said, we book 5 to 10 qualified sales appointments per month on your calendar, that is what they get from the cold email that you're running. So the result needs to be quantifiable. It has to have a number, right? 5 to 10 qualified sales appointments. The numbers do two things: they create credibility and they help the prospect visualize the outcome. More leads is forgettable. 250 verified leads per month is tangible. So you need to ask yourself, if someone read my offer and had to explain it to a friend what they were buying, could they do it in one sentence? If not, the result is not clear enough. All right, so the third component, that's going to be a risk reversal, and you have to have this when you have no case studies. So if you're new and you're starting out and you don't have a lot of case studies or proof, right? Cold traffic has no reason to trust you. So what you do is you have to add a risk reversal that removes that barrier. It shifts the risk from the buyer to you, and that shift alone can be the difference between a reply and silence. So this is what a risk reversal looks like. You only pay per qualified appointment delivered. If we don't deliver, you don't pay. Another one is first 30 days free, no retainer, no setup fee, just results. If we don't hit the target, we work for free until we do. All right. This removes the risk from the prospect. They take no risk by working with you. And since you have no social proof, you have to have that. There's no reason for them to believe you for whatever you're telling them you can do. So, and the other thing is sometimes people get hung up on the guarantee, but once you get them on the sales call and sign them as a client, they don't really ask about the guarantee. The guarantee is there to get them to respond to you. It's a psychological tool. It signals confidence in your ability to deliver. In most cases, the prospect will never bring it up again after they sign. Its job is to get them off the fence and into a conversation. So, and the other thing about a guarantee is you can make a prospective client, they have to qualify for it, right? There's criteria, there's things they have to do to get the guarantee, right? And that's intentional. So, not every client qualifies for the guarantee. And before you extend it to the client, they must meet specific criteria that make them a realistic candidate for success. This is not fine print, it is a filter, right? So ideally, you would make the guarantee work in a way where the client must fit your ideal client profile, whether that's industry, size, offer, market. They must have a product or service with real demand. They must be willing to show up, follow the process, and respond to leads. They must be someone you actually want to work with, right? And you can make this kind of whatever you want. You can make it so in order to get the guarantee, they're doing at least 100,000 a month in revenue, or 50,000 a month in revenue, or maybe there's something they have to do on their end. If they don't do that, they don't get the guarantee. Right? That's up to you. You can make the guarantee whatever works best for you, so that you can get the client results, and then you both are happy. Right? It is a client quality filter. Use it to your advantage. If they don't qualify for it, that's fine. You could still take them on as a client, but they just don't qualify for the guarantee. All right. And that gets to a point where you no longer need a guarantee. So the risk reversal is a tool for when you have no proof. The moment you have strong case studies, testimonials, and a good track record, the guarantee becomes less necessary. Social proof does the same job. It removes the risk in the prospect's mind by showing them it has worked for people just like them. All right. Strong case studies outperform a guarantee. A portfolio of results is the best risk reversal there is. And then once you have proof, you should lead with that, not the guarantee. All right, so how to build a cold traffic offer for your business. Here's the most important thing to understand before you start. You are not creating something new. You are not changing your service, your pricing, or what you actually do for the clients, okay? It's not a different product. It's a different explanation of the same product, right? You already do the work, and your existing clients know that. But the only thing missing is a way to communicate that value to someone who has never met you, never seen your work, and has no reason to trust you yet. So, step one, you're going to want to define exactly who you help. Be specific: industry, business type, situation, and the more specific, the better. Step two, identify the quantifiable result your best clients end up with. Ask your existing clients what changed after working with you, and then you want to put a number on it. Step three, decide on your risk reversal if you have no case studies. What can you offer that removes the risk from their side? Performance pricing is a great one. You can do a free trial or a results guarantee. And then you want to define the criteria a client must meet to qualify for the guarantee. This is your ICP in disguise. If they meet the criteria, they are the right client. And then if they don't, then they don't get the guarantee. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to write one sentence that combines all three components. So it's going to be who you help, what they get, and why there is no risk for them. That is your cold traffic offer. All right, so we got some examples here. Let's say the who would be marketing agencies that want more clients without cold calling. The result that you would give them is 5 to 10 qualified sales appointments per month booked directly onto their calendar. And then you have the risk reversal. You only pay per appointment that shows up, nothing up front. It's a performance-based pricing. And then the criteria would be the agency must have a proven offer, an active client base, and a decision maker available for calls. So then you put all that together and you would say, we book 5 to 10 qualified sales appointments per month for marketing agencies. You pay per appointment that shows up, nothing else. If we don't deliver, you pay nothing. Right? That's a good offer. That always works. And then we have the one sentence test. All right. Before you send a cold email or run an ad, you have to pass this test. Can a complete stranger read one sentence about your business and immediately understand what they will get and why it matters to them? If the answer is no, you do not have a cold traffic offer yet. So that's kind of it. Yep. 3 components. Who is it for? What quantifiable result do you give them that is good for their business? And then the risk reversal. So that's kind of it. Let me know if you have any questions. If you want this guide, let me know. I'll drop it to you. Peace. Love you.